Hi, my name is Chase, and welcome to the Wellness Center podcast, where we're going to talk all things red light therapy. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Please make sure to like and subscribe so you can get updated and notified on all of our newest episodes that we'll be releasing. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy the episode. Hey everybody, this is Chase, and welcome back to the Wellness Center podcast. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I hope everything's been going good for you and you guys are enjoying this nicer weather. Oh, I know, I'm just soaking it up. So we're going to get right into it today. Today, we found a study that was recently published on diabetes. So I am super excited about this. I'm pretty sure almost everyone in the world knows what diabetes is. So we're just going to go and look right into it just so everyone knows. Again, this is my camera. This is my computer. So if I'm looking over here, it's because I'm reading the case studies and the at-home remedies and everything that we typically go over here in the podcast. So let's get right to it. Okay, so right here, I am on mayoclinic.org. Mayo Clinic is one of my favorite places for easily explaining what a medical issue or symptom could be. So here, diabetes mellitus refers to a group of diseases that affect how the body uses blood sugar, glucose. So diabetes mellitus can be like type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes, diabetic neuropathy, a bunch of those different things. Glucose, I think diabetic neuropathy is a symptom of diabetes. I apologize. But again, like type 1, type 2 diabetes are the most common that you'll see that fall under diabetes mellitus. Glucose is an important source of energy for the cells that make up the muscles and tissues. It's also the brain's main source of fuel. Okay, that's good to know. The main cause of diabetes varies by type, but no matter what type of diabetes you have, it can lead to an excess of sugar in the blood. Too much sugar in the blood can lead to serious health problems. Now, this study was published by the Euro, the PMC, and the title of it is Transcranial Photobiomodulation, which transcranial means headpiece. Photobiomodulation improves insulin therapy in diabetic mice, modulations of the microglia and the brain's drainage system. Cool. All right, so again, I just like to go over the abstract, which is kind of the basics of the background, their methods, and the results. So the chronic hyperglycemia of diabetes mellitus leads to the dysfunction of microglia, which is associated with the occurrence of diabetic cerebrovascular injuries and of various complications, the main reason of death in patients with diabetes mellitus. Although long-term insulin therapy can effectively control blood glucose levels, which is, what they do, it's not sufficient to rapidly restore the function of microglia. Now, therefore, the search for new alternative methods of treating diabetes-related dysfunction of microglia is urgently needed to improve the survival and quality of life of patients with DM. Now, if I'm not mistaken, if I looked it up, microglia, if we look up here, are the resident immune cells of the brain that constantly patrol the cerebral microenvironment to respond to pathogens and damage. So, that's pretty intense. You need those. So the methods, we evaluated the therapeutic effects of transcranial photobiomodulation at near-infrared wavelengths with high tissue penetration depth, which is 1,267 nanometers, which in my opinion is excessive. According to our experts, you don't need more than 1,000 nanometers of light. But again, this is all new science, so they're just testing it out. So the high tissue penetration of depth on microglial function in diabetic mice. Afterwards, we investigated the mechanisms of transcranial photobiomodulation in terms of change in blood-brain barrier permeability and meningeal lymphatic vessel function. So the results, I'm just going to go over the basics of it because then it breaks down a bunch of stuff. The treatment of transcranial photobiomodulation significantly improved insulin therapy via modulation of microglial morphology and reactivity to cerebrovascular injury. In the conclusion, our results demonstrated that transcranial photobiomodulation can be an efficient and innovative method for the treatment of microglial dysfunction caused by diabetes to prevent diabetic brain disorders. Guys, that's huge. This can potentially prevent diabetic brain disorders and has the potential to be quickly introduced into clinical practice into Western medicine, since transcranial photobiomodulation is widely used for the therapy of brain diseases. Wow, okay, that's incredible. And now, I know it didn't specifically say, like in the methods, how often they did it, but if I remember right, it was a pretty short study, but they did it every single day for 7 days, or something like that. Now we're at some at-home remedies. We are on khealth.com, and again, all these links that I come from, like the Mayo Clinic, the actual study, and this right here, I'm going to post in the description. So you guys are welcome to go and read these studies in further depth if you so choose. Apple cider vinegar. It's a great way to manage diabetes at home. Fiber intake: beans, Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes, avocado, broccoli, apples, pears, sunflower seeds, all those things. Magnesium can be really good. Chromium can be really good for you. Aloe vera can be good. Cinnamon, fenugreek, ginseng, probiotics. And while there are a lot of natural, I mean, this is a doctor, right? So what they're going to say is, while there are some things, it's really important to speak with a doctor regarding these things. So guys, there you have it. Red light therapy is an effective treatment for diabetic and potentially stopping diabetic brain damage. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace out.